Do you enjoy being interviewed?
Always.
Would you consider yourself a celebrity?
You know, sometimes.
Okay, sometimes.
What are we doing today?
That's what everyone needs to know. That's it. They
What,
don't need
oh,
to know.
come on. Yes.
Stick that up in post. I'm gonna go up here. Not to take the pathway to get hyped.
Oh, dude, what'd you find? Dude, where? Oh!
Brewing up, baby. How do you feel about our progress today, Ian?
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah?
No, we just took our time, took it easy.
Yeah.
Now we're almost to the summit.
It turns out that we are celebrities because it was easier than we thought.
Yep.
Much easier.
Sick.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick route breakdown of our climb of Mount Stuart West Ridge. I've got on All Trails here a short review, trip report write-up, and you can see all the statistics. Was just under 7,300 feet of elevation gain, 15.4 miles. Honestly, less than expected. I think this is less than the standard route actually is on Mount Stuart, up and down that Cascadian, which we've done before. We started, I think, at 8:30 a.m. or so in the morning, so super late start. We carried overnight stuff, which in hindsight I would not recommend. This is totally doable in a day, and I would do it accordingly so you don't have to carry overnight stuff. I did massive leg CrossFit workout the day or the evening before we left, and did this on Saturday. So we moved really slow up to the lake. I think we filled up water at Ingalls Lake. There's a really obvious trail up to there, and we left the lake at 11 a.m. or so. You can probably see my splits on All Trails and see the exact time, but after the lake there is a trail you can follow along this ridge. It's a lot of up down, but pretty obvious. You go up this slope and then hang a right where the trail sort of disappears. You're gonna go right until you get to a super obvious white colored rock. But there's this access gully here where you just kind of zigzag on really easy third-class ledges. We really picked up the pace here because the climbing was so easy. And yeah, you go up this gully, you do not go right, you stay left. It was over 1,000 feet that we were in this gully overall. We stayed left. Up here there was a couple low 5th class sections that we soloed. It was kind of inside corner type, crack type climbing, but really easy holds, perfect width cracks for like hand jamming, and then just enough to wedge your boots in. So nothing too crazy there. We soloed all the way up to the top of this gully where you meet the ridge crest, and we actually descended, and then this part is probably 4th class. You scramble up into the left, and this is called Long John Tower. A lot of trip reports mention that prominently, including Nick Sweeney's trip report, which we used a lot on this climb and is extremely helpful, super accurate. There's bivvy sites at the saddle above Long John Tower here, and then this kind of keystone rock that you can see. We took a break there, and then descended slightly, traversed the left up a notch, and then this is all 3rd class gullies and ledges that we followed. It's all super well marked with cairns from here on. We got to this notch, found a tiny snow patch, which was godsend because we were out of water. Melted like 4.5 more liters with my new MSR reactor stove, which melts water very quickly. And then from there it was 4th class, mostly 3rd class actually, traversing across these ledges. This is a little bit of an error. You don't go up and down like that, but you traverse around this cliff face on ledges until you get to this notch before the final climb to the summit. And then it transitions to 5th class. Up towards the top there is a 5-6 pitch that you may be able to avoid, but we ended up roping up for that and doing it, and there's probably a 5-4, 5-5-ish pitch that we soloed above that. And that brings you to the summit. There's a ton of other people on top. We took a little drone footage, and then started down the Cascadian Couloir descent, which is well documented online if you're unfamiliar. I, of course, took a wrong turn down here and ended up going way further than I need to. We camped down near Ingalls Creek Camp, and then the next morning slogged up Longs Pass and out. Gear-wise, we took our usual setup for summer technical rock climbing. Not a ton new. I'm going to note on here we did use contractor trash bags. I took 2 of these. They're pretty light, 5 ounces each, and I figured we could slice them up if it really started raining in an emergency to kind of shelter us from rain, which would probably suck, but it's really light and probably workable, and they're essentially free. I also bought a new MSR reactor stove for this trip, which was super expensive, way more than a jet boil, but I haven't done a side-by-side comparison yet, but I'm betting it's 10%, maybe 20% faster at boiling and melting snow than our old jet boil flash. So a good upgrade, but not super cheap, and definitely not for everyone. It really only boils water. Other than that, I don't have our specific pro on here. Most of this route is very well protected with at least rappel anchors and the like already there. I would suggest some bigger cams, maybe a rack from 1/2 inch to, I mean, you might use a 2-inch on the crux pitch, but honestly, compared to the trip reports, I thought this climb was way less technical than people make it out to be. There's really only 1 or 2, maybe 20-meter pitches that really need protection towards the top. I don't think any nuts are necessary or anything like that. It's really all I have to say about gear. Still rocking the Sportiva Trengo Tower Extremes, but they are on their last leg, so looking to make a change from that. If anyone has any recommendations, please let me know.